Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Now, I absolutely messed this up. I know I've messed this up. Anyway, I'll tell you how I messed this up. Welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well. Hope you're keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading that love right across the big, bad world. And fuck me, it is a big, bad world at the moment. Okay, I've completely messed this up. I scheduled it for tomorrow night, UK time, not tonight. So I just went live anyway, and let's see what goes on really. Okay, check out ticker bar below. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Football Brownie on YouTube. Facebook is the numbers on Facebook is incredible. If I'm honest with you, I'm very honoured. Please like and follow on Facebook. On Twitter, the numbers are building, and Instagram, the numbers are seriously building. I'm talking about the numbers. Let's check the numbers out right now. Okay, hitting the 11,000 YouTube subscribers, just over 4,000 likes on Facebook, over the 27,000 mark on Facebook followers. Twitter, it's a new Twitter profile. And Instagram, although it's a new Instagram profile, that numbers are seriously building as well. Let's go into the chat. Mr. Tom, hi, Mr. Tom. Hope you're well. And Mr. Tom, if you can let me know, did you have a notification, or anyone in the chat? Did you have a notification for a show tomorrow night at this time? Because I put tomorrow's date instead of today. Anyway, let's. Okay. Sorry, I've only now got up. But what I want to show you guys, right, before we, a bit of, here we go. I don't know if it'll come up. It's a site. There you go. I like that view in the morning. But now this morning, when I go live, this morning, what happens? If I look down, fucking roadworks have started fucking building. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Good job I was already awake. I tell you, I would have been kicking off. And I was going to go live as well. Anyway, let's go back in the chat. Let's start. Tom, I'm glad that you made that comment then, because I woke up. Now, bearing in mind that I'm 9 hours in front of the UK, it is now currently 7:35 in the morning. I'm 9 hours ahead of the UK, 8 hours ahead in mainland Europe. God knows how many hours ahead or behind in other parts of the world. But Tom, I woke up this morning and had a notification, and I'm going to share this notification with you guys, right? People who like follow, look for shorts. I did upload it on shorts, or maybe on Facebook or Instagram, may know what I'm talking about. But basically, right. Okay. Now it's this profile, Pierre Basti, okay? Now, a couple of days ago, I uploaded this footage of him scoring against England straight from a corner. Right? And a couple of days later, Pierre Basti has actually shared it. Let's watch it again. He's actually shared it as a story on his. And as a result, he's actually he's followed me as well. So I followed him back. I have asked him whether we could do an interview, but he hasn't read it yet. He hasn't read my message yet. He may never read my message. Let's be completely honest. But it's good that former German World Cup winner from 1990. internet is a crazy thing at times. Picked up on your video, all of a sudden starts following and sharing your video, and then as a result, then the video clocks up in numbers. It's a crazy thing. Anyway, yeah. So big up PL at Basky for that, and let's hope that communications can continue. I did also put it in the community page and other things as well. So come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the worst transfer window in history of the Premier League, in my opinion. But people like talking about transfers. But I will say again, and Mr. Tom is in the chat, I will say again and again and again, this transfer window is always going to be dead. And I said it for months, and now I think you guys are believing me. Right, let's go. The latest with Sky Sports. So 29 minutes ago, Betis signed Swiss striker. Oh, I hate fucking. When you go to speech impediment, you try to dodge certain letters. Yeah, well, I do anyway. But when it comes to having to say Swiss and Betis sign on, fucking hell. Anyway, we've signed Swiss defender Ricardo Rodriguez on a free transfer from Torino. There you go. Okay, I don't know what's happening with Rangers. Maybe people in the chat can give me an update with Rangers. I know they drew with Hearts over the weekend, but it seems to be a bit of upheaval, doesn't it? So anyway, Philippe Clement, who was given a new contract just a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, he's now confirmed that the club are looking to sell midfielder Ilyanas Hadji. I think that's how you pronounce his first name. It's obviously, for the older crowd, Georgie Hadji's son. And Georgie Hadji, what a player he was. I don't really know how good this guy is, but he's on a transfer list basically. Guys, if anyone knows or watch SPL, what's this guy like? Okay, going on an hour ago, and they go on about West Ham's new signing today, Nicholas Fokru. Anyway, West Ham signed a powerful striker from Borussia Dortmund for 27.5 million. I think add-ons on that as well. Now this guy goes completely against what West Ham are about. But people have been coming back to me and saying, well, you've been saying it'll be a dead transfer window. Well, West Ham, look at the dealings they've been doing. Let's be honest, they have had 4 or 5 through the door at the moment. But what people need to realise was before this pre-season, West Ham's average age was either the highest or one of the highest in the Premier League. Hence, that they had no choice other to make a number of signings. So think about this. Take West Ham and Villa out of the equation. Well, Villa, they're in Champions League now, so they needed a bigger squad, and with the Champions League money coming in, they had let's just say they had money to burn. But apart from West Ham and Villa, who in my opinion had no choice to have a few people through the door, this transfer window has been dead. I have been listening or watching fan channels from all different clubs, and basically they're getting excited of stories which are completely made up by these in the nose, these transfer moguls, because these transfer moguls need to create these stories to get interest, to hit the clicks, to get their money coming in. Come on, guys, I've been saying this for months now. Then they go on and say Man United are turning away their attention from Manuel Ugarte. The thing is with Man United, you know, I do watch these United fan channels for the comical value, if I'm honest with you, right? Right? Because some of these people, they think they're playing FIFA. You know, all right, we'll sell player A, B, C, and D. That will raise us 200 million, and then out of that 200 million, we should buy boom, 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 boom. You think, fucking hell. Okay, well, player A, B, C, and D are probably on contracts over 100, 150,000 a week. What buying club are going to match that wages? If I was at player A, B, C, and D, and I had maybe a year or 2 years left on my contract, and Man United, and I was playing Man United, and they wanted me out, they wanted me they wanted to ship me to a club who's only willing to pay me 80,000 a week at half my wages. I tell them, fuck off. You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh. You don't want to play me? No problem. No problem. I'll do a Mark Bosnich from Chelsea. I'll sit in a stand for 2 years. You can pay me on a weekly basis. Out of that money, I'll probably have dodgy substances, dodgy women, but I'll have a time of my life. And when the 2 years are up, you know the transfer fee you were going to get for me, what, 20, 30 million? I tell you what, I'll just take maybe 20% of that, and they won't be paying it to you. They can just give me the 20% because I'll be a free agent. Like it or not, that is what football is like nowadays. Too much player power. You will never get until things change and no longer player power, which I can't see happening now. You will never get an Alex Ferguson reaction to when David Beckham got hit with a football boot, or with Yap Stam or Roy Keane said something in which he didn't like, and they were out of the door within days, if not a couple of weeks maximum. You never get that. So please, stop winding up a 46-year-old. Well, guys, if I'm watching these fan channels, and please, have some fucking realism. Okay, this is a guy which I've been saying for a couple of years needs a move. Ever since he's not having his chance at Man City, I can understand why, but through the small opportunities he's getting from Man City, plus the opportunities he's getting for Argentina, his country, he needs a move. He needs a move, and I'm very surprised Real Madrid didn't go for this, but looks like the Madrid neighbours Atleti are going to improve their bid for Man City forward Julian Alvarez to 64.3 million or 75 million euro, according to Fabrizio Romano. It's claimed the Spanish side have upped their proposal after talks on Monday night. I hope he needs to go. He does need to go. He's very young. You know, he's got years ahead of him. And, yeah. Never heard of a striker before, but never mind. Maybe it was because of my holiday, my 17-month holiday. But Everton striker committed to miss start of the season because of minor foot op. Okay. You need to cut your fucking toenails, mate. But never mind. That's another thing. Right. Yeah, that's it, really. Let's get back into the chat and so on. Okay, a couple of things. Root pal, hi Carl, hope you're well. Tom, you want onions with that? Or what's he going on about now? Brownie, how do you fancy Cardiff's chances of toppling the top 23 this season? Cardiff, you know what? I'm quite hopeful actually for a playoff position. But as we know with football fans, Cardiff and any other club, by October, it's a hope or kills you. It's a hope or kills you. And I can see by October, I'm calling for the manager's head. Right? But at the moment, before a ball is actually kicked, I'm hoping for playoff. We need, we've made some sensible signings, so you never know. Leeds 100% in pre-season counts for nothing really. I know pre-season, the amount of times I used to watch Cardiff, they'd be 100% and they wouldn't win a game for the first 5 or 10 games. Carl says, I have to say, Brownie pal, you're the most clueless person commenting on football ever. It's all about opinions, Carl, but bearing in mind I used to work in the football industry, I would say I'm probably more clueless than you, my pal. But welcome to the chat anyway. Who is this guy? Spencer, it's either me or it's fucking, I don't know, unless you're talking about others. Bloody hell, this chap is clueless. You know what? Fucking hell. After everything I've gone through in the last, 2 years, being told I'm clueless is fucking 9 drop in the ocean, my friend. But anyway, as I say, I've been working in the industry previously, so I know exactly far more than yourself. You've already said that, Carl. Anyway, so we're going on to 20 minutes now. Keep going, Brownie. Yeah, I know. But right, what else? Right. We've got another couple of minutes to a 20-minute mark anyway. I'm gonna knock on ahead anyway at that point. But I'm getting my Fire Stick, and yes, I'm admitting I'm having an Amazon Fire Stick, right? So I'm getting my Fire Stick. I'm hoping tonight or maybe tomorrow. So it's definitely going to be in time for the championship first game of the season, which is going to be this weekend, right? So we are going to have, because of the time of day here, and I may have to get ready. It's easier for me to get ready this time. Because of the time of day here, I'm going to be doing loads of watch-alongs on this channel now for the forthcoming season. We've had my rest period, and now it's coming to watch-alongs. So I understand that the SPL have started last week. So I got this one game tonight, or maybe it's St. John's and Aberdeen. I think it'd be way too early for that. But if any games this week, during a week, then I'll cover. But it's looking like starting watch-alongs this weekend. So let me get my Amazon Fire Stick, see what games I can get. Could well be Cardiff, actually. But take it from there. Brownie, but player holding out is not power tool workers. Is that not power tool? Yes, the bottom line, Spencer, is the club's fault, the employer's fault. As you know. Listen, if Company A gives you a 5-year contract for 1 million quid, halfway through it, they want to ship you out and company B wants to take you on for $500,000, because you've already signed that 5-year contract, you're well within your rights to say, you know what, fuck you, I'm not going. You've tied me down to a 5-year contract. That's up to me. It is power to workers. But what I'm saying with player power, compared to how it was in Ferguson's day and in the 90s, player power was no longer there. It's probably a bit of socialism, I suppose. Carl comes back. I'm not used to any kind. It's just you talk nonsense, that's all. No problem. It's all about opinion, Carl. Welcome to the show, anyway. Sign long-term deal. I would be the best training player. All depends how you treat it for Spencer, isn't it? If you ain't having the best relationships with your employer or with your line manager, let's just say, and he's not, in the terms of football, he's not selecting you, and all of a sudden they want, you hear via your agent that they want you out and so on. You have to look after yourself and your family. Yourself and your family have agreed to stay at that club and that employee for 5 years. If someone else wants you, but they're only willing to give half of wages, you're well within the rights. And also, if, for example, I've only got 1 year left on my contract, I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka may have 1 year left on his contract, and they're trying to get him out. They're trying to get some money for him. It's come out today, Aaron Wan-Bissaka wants his last year paid off, basically. If Man United want to get rid of him, he wants his last year paid off, and United in refusal. If I was okay, no problem. I'll sit on my arse in a stand for 1 week, right? And for 1 year, and I'm a free agent. I'll be having bags and bags and bags of cash. So it all boils down to clubs. And Man United, to be honest, Manchester United haven't learned this lesson now. All this fucking Sir Jim bollocks have come in. Oh, we're going to learn from our mistakes and everything, Yet they give this Euro guy a massive contract when he's 18. He hardly plays international football. Giving him a massive contract. He's now injured. But, I thought Sir Jim was ending these massive contracts for these players. Nothing. No lessons have been learned. Mr. Tom. Wilson Bogart is the best example of player power ever. Yes. Same went with Mark Bosnich was when he was at when he was at Chelsea. Same club, Chelsea all the time. Spencer, players have power to market themselves. In Ferguson's day, if Telly didn't show you, no one knew you existed. But when you're on about Beckham, when he kicked that boot into Beckham's eye and Beckham used that. I get the point, but to say Yap, Stam and Beckham weren't marketable back in the day, I would disagree with you. Politely disagree with you there, Spencer. Media could help managers like Ferguson control a narrative. Now that is a good point. I do remember the media were completely different back in that day. And Ferguson, if you didn't toe the line, then like the BBC fell out with Ferguson for years. And as a result, Ferguson refused to do an interview with him, I would say, for about 8 years. And when Match of the Day was on, he would always send out his assistant manager to do the interview. So it was always the case back in Ferguson's day that you either work with him or you work against him. Nowadays, again, I think that's gone a bit too far because it's all you seem to be doing now, and you heard it in during the Euros with Gareth Southgate. It's all you seem to be doing is the majority of the media seem to be cocksucking, Southgate, because they wanted to be kept in the loop. Who are you a fan of? Well, it was mentioned earlier on, Carl, a Cardiff City fan. And yourself? Media of steamy diet of eating. Yes, they did. They did. But that was a lot of it was because they seen what happened to the BBC, and they needed to be kept in a loop, I suppose. Right. I don't know if you can hear, but these bloody roadworks are starting to kick off again. Now that you're down at any Aussie rules? No. Aussie. I'm in New South Wales. I'm in Sydney, New South Wales. I know Sydney do have a. I've lived here again. I've lived here before, 24 years ago. I was here for a millennium. I never expected to be back here, but I have come back. I've never an Aussie rules fan, if I'm honest with you, Spencer. Aussie rules tend to be more of a Victorian sport, and I'm not on about Queen Victoria. I'm on about the state of Victoria. You've got the majority of Aussie rules around the Aussie rules teams around the Melbourne and Adelaide area. I know Sydney do have Sydney Swans, but it's more rugby league here. It's more rugby league, and but I have been looking at the football, e.g., soccer, associated football, let's call it. And it's changed since my last time out here. They got the A League now. You used to have about 10 teams around the Sydney area. Now you've only got Sydney FC. So I have gone looking at the fixtures more lower down the kind of Australian pyramid, and I will be getting a few in, no problem. Carl comes back in and says, I brought up Italian, so call Juve fan, but season ticket holder Black. Oh, Blackpool! You lot beat us in a playoff final a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now, when you had Holloway. I'll be honest with you, Carl. I follow Cardiff home and away. I was season ticket holder of Cardiff for 13 years before they went from blue to red. But I went to that playoff final. And maybe it was arrogance on my part or on Cardiff's part, but we thought that playing you guys in that playoff final would be a walk in the park. And obviously you guys beat us. I have never felt so bad after a football game in my life. That journey back from Wembley was fucking awful, mate. And in fact, that playoff final played in May. Probably didn't get over it until probably October. It took me months to get over it. I was completely not bothered with the following another season in the championship. But while on the point of Blackpool, may I say well done to Carl and your colleagues at Blackpool for getting those bastards out, the old owners, and hopefully getting Blackpool back to where they are. I think they should always be their level is always championship. So, good on you guys for forcing the owners out and getting the club back on its feet, and hopefully it's on the way up for you guys. Ernesto! Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. What time is it with you now, Ernesto? I know you're in America, aren't you? Is it New York? So you give me the time over there. Because it's now, I know it's 11 o'clock now. It's 8 o'clock here in Sydney. NRL is lit. Yeah. When I was here before, I used to work for a bank called Westpac, Australian bank. But the people in the people in the branch I was working in were all from Lower Sydney, Cronulla Sharks. So quite regular, we'd go to Shark Park, what it was called back then. Go down to Cronulla and watch the NRL. Yeah, loved it. And it was the first time I ever had hospitality, I think. The first time I've ever experienced hospitality. Because I went there and it was maybe the first time I experienced a club wanting to keep you within the stadium. Because you'd go there, before the game, there was a Chinese restaurant, we'd go for something to eat. Then we'd watch a game, have a few beers, and then it'd be a nightclub still within the stadium. A bit like what Chelsea is like now. But it was the first time, Shark Park. I think the Rabbitohs is still around now. I've seen a few Rabbitohs. I think the Rabbitohs would be my local team. There you go. I remember that final, Brownie. I want to apologize for that. Hey, no worries. Hey, Carl, listen, I know I'm not the best, yeah? I know I'm not the best. Fucking hell. I got a speech impediment that fucking drives me nuts. Never mind people watching nuts. No problem. But that's all I'm saying. Is that basically it's all about opinions, but I have worked in the industry many years ago. That's all I'm saying. But welcome to. It's going to be far worse fucking unprofessional streams on its channel. Don't worry. That's part of a fucking attraction, I think. It's part of madness. You're more than welcome, no problem. Right. Okay, and this is in Boston, Massachusetts. Right, so you are. Hang on now. All right, so it's 6. So you're 10 hours then, yeah? So you're 10 hours. Okay, no problem. I need to keep an eye on what the West Coast is from here because my stocks and shares and stuff. Okay, so never eat. Yeah. So sorry, East Coast is 10 hours. Okay, Spencer's the same. And that's I prefer union vote, but league is really fun as well. Yeah, union. It was called the Super 12. I think it's now Super 16. I think New South Wales. I watched them a couple of times. They were in the SCG. I will be watching all the different sports, Spencer, because that's part of the attraction of Sydney. It is, but we'll see. We'll see what will come my way anyway. But first of all, let's sort out these watch-alongs, yeah? And listen, I'm not even going to apologize. It's going to be the most random fucking watch-alongs you will ever fucking experience. You know, Ernesto knows Denveloper. You know, Denveloper was, during COVID, was doing fucking Belarusian football, right? It could well be as random as that. But it's definitely going to be watch-along. It's definitely going to get live shows. And hopefully, with the interaction I had earlier with Pierre Litbarski, former German World Cup winner, maybe he can get back to me and we'll arrange an interview. Okay, listen, I have to go. It's over half an hour. I haven't even had my morning coffee. I'm going for my morning walk. I'm going to back at the gym. I tell you what, and these bad boys are coming back. Right, I'll catch you all later. Enjoy your day, enjoy your night, enjoy your afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll speak to you soon. You take care. Bye-bye.